Well, I know it happens. I know it happens a lot, and off the top of my head, I can't think of a particular instance right now. But I think that on that topic, I think that one of the big issues as well is not just the demolition by neglect, but also the fact that the landowner is allowed to demolish a property prior to getting a development permit. And that used to be required, like at least with 1 and 2 family dwellings, they used to require that you had to have a development permit before you could get a demolition permit. But they've just recently, the Vision Vancouver changed that so that now anyone can get a demolition permit prior to the development permit. So that even puts heritage and character buildings more at risk. They said that it didn't put heritage at risk because it wouldn't apply to a heritage or listed building, but they have not updated the heritage register for decades. And the money that was originally allocated to updating the register keeps getting put off and put into other things. So that never gets happening. So many of what was not designated in 1982 on the list as a heritage building, we would consider now to be heritage because there's not a lot of them left, and they would be considered significant, but they would not be. They would not have any protection. So someone could come along and just demolish them. And how the Vision Vancouver spun this is that they called it deconstruction instead of demolition. So that, you know, and it's just all spin, you know, and it has nothing to do with any of this. I mean, this is the funny thing, is that, like, I've done lots of renovations on older buildings and heritage restoration. And this is not a new idea to take old materials and reuse them. I've done that almost on absolutely every renovation that I've ever done. You know, most or many of the people who do demolition have demolition sales, and you know, they sell different parts of it off before they do the demolition. But it isn't as widespread as it could be. But you know, the resources are there; they just have to use it. And in all of those cases, they did not need to get their permit ahead in order to get that. But they used this as an excuse to essentially allow buildings to be taken down early. So I think that there's a lot of things that can be done to protect heritage buildings, and just the whole way we approach heritage is wrong. It really needs to be included in how we develop our zoning bylaws and our building bylaws, and everything that's connected with land use needs to take into consideration what is already there, and they never do. So I think that's a big issue.